Man, I'm out here watching Javi Martinez highlights to remind myself of the DM we once had. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. The funny thing is, Javi Martinez would probably still start for us at his age of 35 because we have no one better. Yes, you read the title correctly. Should Bayern sack Thomas Tuchel? This is a question that's floating around, and I thought I'd answer it. So hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this, where every single month I make a video on if Bayern should sack our new manager, because we seem to be running through more managers than Logan Paul's fiance with meat men. You know what I mean? Sorry, Logan, man. Don't sue me. Damn, chill. But the answer to this question is very simple, and it's no, not yet. Unless, of course, the performances continue and we keep sucking, because we truly do. Let me preface this video, by the way, by saying something very important that I think everyone needs to hear. I have never rated Thomas Tuchel. I never will. He can win 10 trophies, 10 Champions Leagues in a row. I'd have to rate him. I would. I'd be an idiot not to go, damn, that manager might be good. You won 10 Champions Leagues in a row? No, I seriously mean it. I have never loved his style of play. And even Tuchel fans will tell you they don't like how he plays football, how he coaches his teams to play, but they like the results he gets. And that's really their defense of him. But I just can't bring myself to enjoy Tuchel ball. I don't even know what Tuchel ball is. I mean, I know what Klopp ball is. High pressing, gegenpress, intensity, all of that. I know what Pep ball is. Amazing positional play with possession. I know what that is, right? I don't know what Tuchel ball is. I know what Hansi Flick ball is. High line, press your opponent, march the ball to the penalty box. Basically the football version of Blitzkrieg. That's what Hansi Flick did. And he was super successful doing it. And it's funny because I posted something saying, Tuchel, be careful, we have options. And I put Xabi Alonso's face and Hansi Flick. And a bunch of people were laughing at the fact that I put Hansi Flick. But people keep conveniently forgetting Hansi Flick did amazing things for us. This guy, I mean, we lost to PSG at home, but with Choupo-Moting, this completely dry team, Flick went away to PSG Stadium and beat them there. Come on, man. I respect Hansi Flick, and PSG only got through that fixture because of away goals, and away goals no longer apply, so technically Flick would have won that game. So anyways, the point is, I don't know Tuchel's style of play, and I don't enjoy it. I don't. I think his teams are... There's no style of play. It's more about adaptability. He wants his players to adapt to their opponent, and I don't think for a club like Bayern that works. It might work at Dortmund, because that's a club that's small. But at Bayern, we should be imposing our play style on teams. Teams should have to adapt to us because of how relentless we are. That's what should happen. So, I just wanted to put that out there. I don't rate Tuchel. But I'm also not in the business of trying to see this club sack managers and replace them every 2 seconds. I'm tired of it. We need to keep Tuchel for a few more months. I mean, I'm saying this and it's kind of hypocritical because I did predict Tuchel was going to be sacked before February of 2024. And it seems like we could be headed for that. So, all right, maybe I am a hypocrite because I'm out here predicting he's going to get sacked and saying he shouldn't get sacked so fast. Tuchel's obvious excuse for the performances will be, I didn't get the team that I really wanted, the team that I knew would perform for me. I didn't get the players I wanted. That's his excuse, right? He's going to say that. So let's remove all those excuses in January. By the way, the club absolutely messed up. They brought this man a DM. No, sorry, they didn't bring him a DM. They only started caring about the position 48 hours before the window closed. 48 hours too late because we ended up losing out on him in an embarrassing fashion. A player wearing a Bayern shirt, signing his contract, had the jersey on, blah, 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 took pictures. We look like a small club. That's like what happened with Union Berlin and Isco. Or Union agree everything, Isco's about to do the medical and it breaks down for no reason. That's what happened. It was embarrassing. So this club better get serious. So hopefully Christian Fround is working very hard to get us a DM. And I'm going to be honest here. Paulinho for 70 million is a scam. The guy's like 29 almost. And I know age isn't that much of a big deal these days. And experience for a few seasons, yeah. But I'm sure we can go out into the market and find someone for 70 million that's significantly younger and also playing at the same level. That's what I think. So we have to do everything. We have to be flexible. But transfers are one thing that we can put on Tuchel and give him an excuse for. But there are many other things I wouldn't give an excuse for. For example, just like I criticized Nagelsmann for it, I don't think a single player has improved under Tuchel. And don't say Leroy Sané. Don't say Matisse Tell. These are people that, well, first of all, Tell looks like someone that's working hard. I mean, he's a 17-year-old. Well, he was 17 when he did this. He bought a whole gym set and put it in his house. That kid is a dedicated monster. He works very hard for himself, and he's pushing himself to do the things he's doing. I don't think Tuchel improved him, but let's just say he did. Improved Tell. Even though Tell was doing the same kind of things with Nagelsmann, scoring whenever he played. Let's say improved Tell. Who else? Don't say Sané, because that mother zucker has been playing like this for, well, actually ever since he joined us. Great first half of the season, and then dips in the second half. Gnabry hasn't improved, and you might say he needs more time. No, these are grown players who've had previous seasons where they played very well. So now I'm just expecting a manager like Tuchel to come in and just make them start clicking. No one's clicking. Musiala, tell me with a straight face Musiala has improved since Tuchel came in. No, if anything, the narrative around Musiala is that he's losing his sauce a little bit. Now, of course, the game against United was great, and we love that. But my point here is that no player has, objectively speaking, improved under Tuchel. And that's a problem. Just like it was a problem for me again with Nagelsmann as our coach. It's a big problem. Okay, now, we talked about a DM, right? The fact that we don't have a defensive midfielder, and that means we're susceptible to counterattacks. What do you guys think is the easiest solution to that? Well, if you're using your brain, possession. We need to have more of the ball. And we need a play style that accommodates for that very idea. Now, I said this in my live stream 2 days ago or 4 days ago, whichever one I did. And some guy was like, our 2013 team only had 30% possession against Barcelona. Possession doesn't mean anything. And it's comments like that where I'm just like, did you purposefully just misunderstand what I said? I said one of our biggest problems is conceding counters, midfield cover in defensive situations. And the only way to solve that is to just keep the ball so we don't even get into those situations. And this guy tells me our 2013 team had 30% possession. What does that have to do with anything? The reason our 2013 team could afford to give Barcelona 70% possession was because our style of play allowed for it and the players we had allowed for it. But in every other game, we had more of the ball. It was just specifically with Barcelona in the midfield they had Iniesta and all these bowlers. Just give them the ball. But make sure you defend with shape and structure. We had Javi Martinez in midfield. I still remember watching that game in full because I wasn't even old enough to know what the Champions League was at the time. But I remember watching the game a few years ago, like full replay. And Javi Martinez, there was a moment where Iniesta got the ball. Javi went all in and won that ball back. It was crazy. It was crazy. That's what I'm talking about. Look up Javi Martinez versus Iniesta. There's a clip out there somewhere. And it's like, you'll look at that and go, wow, we had world-class DM in Javi Martinez. And by the way, Javi Martinez joined us and basically elevated the team. He made us a better team when he joined us in 2012. So we had Javi Martinez, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Jerome Boateng, all of these guys in their prime. And you're telling me we should compare this team right now to that team. No, we're trying to solve problems right now, not look at the past and try to replicate it when we don't have the same resources the people in the past did. So let me be very clear that guy's opinion was stupid, and I don't want to dwell on it too much. But I said possession, so let me elaborate further. Let me extrapolate on my point there. Possession play is what we need to stop ourselves from conceding goals until January. That's what I think. When I say possession play, I don't mean just have the ball. I mean have the ball with the intention of basically putting the opponent to sleep and then attacking them with pace and just fluidity. So that means Goretzka hugging the striker and trying to make third man runs when we're in possession, trying to build up out of the back. Nope. If Goretzka can't do it with dropping in and keeping the ball, Mazraoui in midfield is better because he can actually keep the ball. When Konrad Laimer gets the ball, I don't want to see no long line passes vertical in behind the defense. Nope. When Upamecano touches the ball, no vertical passes unless they're absolutely there and obvious. Simple passes only. Keep the ball, make your opponent have to come out, leave spaces behind, and use the intelligence of Musiala and Sané in between the lines and gather that ball and run forward. This is how we do it. Kane gets on the ball more with this system. We need a possession-based style which allows for keeping the ball for stupid amounts of time. I want to see back-to-back passes, and when I say I don't care. Louis van Gaal ball, that's what I want right now. Just side to side sometimes. That's what we need. Because we don't have a DM to allow us to play a more chaotic structure, which is kind of what we're doing, where we laser balls in between the lines. Because when we lose the ball, that's where the problems arise. That's where it starts. Everyone's wondering, Bayern signed Kim. They have Upamecano. They have De Ligt. They have Davies, Mazraoui. Laimer can play right back now. But they still concede goals. It's because of the lack of defensive organization and structure that a DM gives you. Where maybe Kimmich goes too high, the DM knows, I can never leave the halfway line. I have to stay here. And then when we lose the ball, they read the game and get in there for a tackle or tactical foul, and now the attack the opponent had loses all sting. That's what a DM does. He breaks up play. When I say break up play, I don't mean you make a tackle. So Joshua Kimmich making a tackle is not him being a DM. Break up play. I'm a DM. I know what I'm talking about. Break up play means you make movements to make your opponent's style annoying. If you watch Casemiro at Real Madrid, that's what I mean when I say break up play. Tchouameni at Real Madrid right now, break up play. They'll just put their body in a place where the opponent's trying to make this pass, and they're just there. Their leg gets there first. They read the pass, they cut the passing lane, and they get in a position to intercept. And if they're too far away, they get in a position to tackle and duel. That's what I want. I want combativeness from my DM, intelligent combativeness. That's what I'm looking for. So Kimmich doesn't do that. Goretzka doesn't do that. Mazraoui could, to be honest, with how he played with Morocco at that position. But the point is, we don't have a player that's a specialist at breaking up play. So let's not give our opponent any play at all by keeping the ball for as long as we can. Every game, we should walk out with 65, 70% possession. And only shoot when we can. Only go... We do too many risky passes. Sometimes you'll just see Kim blast the ball up, trying to get Gnabry behind the opponent. This is going to result in less dynamic play. But if that means our structure is maintained and we concede fewer goals, I'm happy with that. And by the way, what I'm saying isn't bizarre. The best way to defend is to just keep the ball from your opponent. That's really just a fact. So, if Tuchel can do these things and start improving our players, I think I'll be happy with him. But something tells me Thomas Tuchel is a stubborn man. He's going to keep complaining about a DM when he could create obvious solutions to our problems. Here's the thing. You can't even say, because we have no DM, that's why we're not playing well. Because we're just trash. We can't keep the ball. I mean, against United, for the first 20 minutes, we had no structure. And then we scored, luckily. And then United kind of capitulated and allowed us to keep the ball in the second half. And then when we let the ball go, we conceded. So whenever we try to keep the ball and at least attempt to do it, we score. This is what's important. There were moments where we got the ball in a dangerous position and just passed it back. And I prefer that. Because unless something is on, don't risk Rashford getting in behind Upa and now Upa has to go and maybe get a yellow. I don't want that. I don't want our defenders having to be isolated too much. So what I want is for all our players to be drilled on ball retention. Because don't tell me we don't have the quality to do it, because we have players who can make simple passes over and over and over again. These are professionals at Bayern. They should know how to make simple passes. Ball retention. Once we master ball retention, then we can start adding other things to the game. And then we can master ball retention using forward play. And I think everyone improves. I think if Pep Guardiola became our manager, that's exactly what he would do. Pep's going to say, I don't have a DM like Rodri, so I'm just going to keep the ball for as long as I can with these players I have. And then I'm going to train them on how to use the ball and manipulate their opponents to the point where every attack is almost flawless. That's what I want, man. I want a secure style of play. Tuchel has to secure things. That's what a manager does. A manager is supposed to find solutions to problems and not just complain about them and say, oh, let me get this player. Elite managers make up solutions. Xabi Alonso knows I don't have great world-class Kimmich level, De Bruyne level, Rodri level midfielders at Leverkusen. So let's get Xhaka, let's get Palacios. Okay, but if we want midfield dominance, we're going to need to add another number in there. But I don't want to change my shape, so I'm just going to make Grimaldo tuck inside in possession, and I'm going to make him roam in between the lines so he takes away players and attention from the two players in midfield. And then I'm going to have my wingers really basically become wingbacks at times. And so I can stretch the field for as long as I can, while also creating a midfield superiority where necessary. That's problem solving. If Xabi Alonso had another midfielder at Leverkusen that was elite on the level of Palacios and Granit Xhaka, he would just play a three-man midfield. He wouldn't need Grimaldo tucking, but he's just solving a problem with what he has. He's not trying to complain to the board about, oh, get me a new midfielder. Marco Rose at Leipzig is solving problems with what he has. This guy, Schlager and Kevin Campbell. Campbell was really a box-to-box midfielder, goal-scoring kind of thing, good vision. Now he's basically a DM. He converted him. His skill sets were used to create a position, and now he's like a ball retention player, dropping in between the center backs and being on the ball often. That's problem solving at the elite level. And all I get from my manager is complaining about a number 6. We need to just find internal solutions and experiment. I don't want to see De Ligt DM. Maybe Mazraoui can play there, considering he played there for Morocco. He's composed on the ball. He's defensively intelligent. And he's played there before for Ajax and Morocco now. Why don't we experiment there? And what if he really performs well? Then we're just going to have 2 right backs playing midfield, basically, right? Oh, man. But, yeah. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. I'm sorry this was a longer video, but just had to get a lot off my chest. Mia san mia, and peace.